Hi guys, this week we're going to do sandwiches. And one of the ideas of a sandwich is anything that's stuffed between bread. Now bread doesn't have to be sliced white. It can be all kinds of different things. Like for instance, we're going to use these tortillas to make quesadillas today. Now the thing about quesadillas is that you can put almost anything you want in them, right? Basically everybody talks about chicken quesadillas. Well, we're going to do turkey meatball quesadillas today. And the reason I say that is yesterday we had meatballs for supper, right, with some spaghetti squash. So today I've taken and I've sliced the meatballs up and I'm going to cook them up with a little bit of peppers and then we're going to go from there. As you can see, I've already got the meatballs already sliced. I've got some shredded cheddar cheese, and any cheese will work, you know, like spicier cheeses, whatever, but that's it. I've got sour cream, I've got salsa, and I've got some peppers. I've got a little chili powder just to spice things up, and I've got some virgin olive oil. Okay, so I'm going to start my pan because I like everything a little hotter. Right? So I've got my pan on, and I'm just going to turn it down to about medium. Right? I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil, just a little bit. And I'm going to let that heat up so that my oil doesn't absorb into the food. Right? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to sweat out my peppers a little bit. I don't really like raw peppers, so if you like raw peppers, don't sweat them out, but or don't heat them up. So I'm just going to let that heat up a little bit. I'm going to get my peppers ready. Right, remember, you're always looking for the sizzle, or listening for the sizzle. So you can kind of hear it sizzling off now. I'm just going to sweat these out a little bit, and I've only added a very little bit of oil. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my meat, right? Just to that, because again, it's got a little bit of tomato sauce left on it from the meat, from the pasta or from the meat sauce last night. So. I'm going to turn that down to about medium and let it heat through a little bit. Everything's already cooked at this point. If you were using raw chicken, you'd want to wait a little bit longer. But because we're using already cooked meatballs, it won't take very long to make these at all. Okay. Sorry. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on my pan for my quesadillas. And I'm just going to turn that to about medium heat again. I just want a little heat on this, so I'm going to give that a minute to heat up. And I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of chili powder to my teaspoon and a half. I'm just going to let that cook out a little bit. I'm going to turn that right down to almost 0. And now my pan should be fairly hot. So I'm going to put my pan, I'm going to start my wrap, and these are just floured wraps, right? Just whatever. If we were doing this at school, we might make our own, we might not. But just want that to heat up a little bit on that side. And then once it starts to heat up a little bit, I'm just going to give it a little flip. Right? Now I'm going to start, and I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of salsa. And I'm going to go right down. And I'm going to let that heat up. Okay. Now I'm going to add my cheese. And again, probably about a tablespoon or 2. But again, it's cheese, if you like cheese, right? I mean, you can't go too crazy with it because it'll melt out. But you just want to get that all spread out. And you want that to start heating up. until the cheese starts to, not really starts to melt, but till it starts to get soft. Right. Then, I'm just going to add some of my ingredients here. And I want to get it as flat as I can, so get it spread out all the way across the quesadilla. Now please note, I am working with half of it. Some peppers in there, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of turkey meatballs, pardon me. Okay, so now everything's starting to heat up really, really nicely. I'm going to turn it and almost like an omelet now. Let that heat up on that side. Getting a little hot, my pan's starting to smoke, but there's no oil in the pan because I don't want it all oily. But I do want, with that, just going to give this one flip. See that nice color we've got there? That's what we're looking for, that nice golden, almost, well, brown toasty color. Makes it really, really nice. Okay. Another couple of minutes on that side. Your cheese should be nice and soft by now, or cooked or melted, whatever. I'm going to go to my cutting board. I'm just going to turn that on. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to cut it. Whoops, that's okay. I'm going to decorate my plate a little bit. A little bit of salsa for dipping, and a little bit of sour cream for dipping. Okay. And there's, ladies and gentlemen, is now put a salad with this, and you've got a nice little supper. Okay, that's just for picking. It'll be my wife's dinner tonight, so enjoy yourselves, and remember, somebody loves you, it's just not me.